Warren Buffett once said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Work until you die? Well, we're definitely not doing that. And that is why I've created Life of Dividends. And this is our dividend portfolio update and dividend payments for trading week ending May 23rd, 2025. Check this out. This is what it's like explaining high yield income dividend ETFs to your friends and family.
Are you going to get the money?
Yeah, in September.
What?
He's going to take that cane corso and breed it with his other cane corso. They're going to have cane corso puppies. They're going to sell them pups for $2,000 each. You could have. Man, you about to come up off that phone, bro.
Are you joking?
No.
Okay, see, I'm poor, Darius. And poor people don't have time for investments because poor people are too busy trying not to be poor. I need to eat today, not in September.
I asked you at the pawn shop if you needed the money to take the money. You said you wanted more money, so I got you more money. Got something for you.
What's this?
The puppies.
Oh, shit. Yo, are you serious?
Yeah, buddy.
Hey there, welcome back to the Life of Dividends, and this is our portfolio update and dividend payments for trading week ending May 23rd, 2025. And to get started, as you see there, our total investing that we have done, which is our equity piece of $17,566.75. What you also see down there is that our buying power is down. We have $7,616.04 of buying power. Now, let's just go ahead and go into the buying power and let's check this out. Okay, so as you see here, we now have total, our margin total is $31,900 even. We have used this past week $24,283.96. Again, we have a remaining buying power of $7,616.04. Now, if we scroll up here, you will still see that our margin status is low risk. Why is it still low risk while using, way more than 50% of our margin total? Well, that is because of the margin maintenance. The margin maintenance is low on the funds that we have invested in. I would say anything over 40%, you're going to get a margin warning and you're going to get a margin call. And I mean 40% margin maintenance is what I'm speaking to. But as you see there, we have $3,049.95, or 17.36% is our margin buffer. So that's where we sit with our margin. Now let's go ahead and scroll down and we'll move into talking about what our portfolio is holding. Our current stocks and ETFs include 1,000 shares of Coney, which pay out this coming week, and we'll talk about that a little more. We have MRNY, which we have 120 shares. We have Misty, MSTY, we have 25 shares. And our favorite, which is PLTY, we have 268 shares. And Tesla, TSLY, we have 1,000 shares. And ULTY, or Alti, another favorite in the portfolio, we have 1,022 shares. And next we have AIYY, which we have 30 shares, nearly almost 31 shares. But that is what we have. Actually, let's go ahead and jump into Coney here. And you see, what it closed at on Friday. And if we scroll down our position, we have 1,000 shares. You see the market value there of $8,869.90, with our average cost being $7.91. And we have a total return of $959.93. And looky there, the margin maintenance is 35%. Okay, so now let's go to the next one, MRNY. The closing was $2.34. Our current position, we have 120.407184. I'm sorry, 18. Can't say that right. Our total shares is 120.407148 shares with a market value of $281.75. Our average cost is $2.49, and our total return is currently a negative $18.61. Now, as you see there, the margin maintenance is 100%, but not to worry. I am actually investing into MRNY directly from my bank account, and I'm not using margin, so we forego the maintenance or the maintenance requirement or the margin maintenance of the 100% because we're not using margin to buy MRNY. That money is coming out, I believe it's like $10 a day. It's coming directly out of our bank account. So there's no margin maintenance that we are restricted to as far as MRNY. So that's where we're at with that fund. Moving on to the next, which is MSTY, closed at 2142. And what we'll see here is because I bought some shares on margin, I believe this was last week when MSTY paid, I'm now waiting until, let me go ahead and pull this up here. I'm now waiting until MSTY hits the price by which I purchased those extra shares at to sell those back, so that money goes back into my margin, which is just 12 shares is what we're selling back. And we have a limited price of $25.05. So looking forward to MSTY or Misty to turn up this week, and we can put that extra cash back into our margin. Now, as you see here, our total return is negative $90.50. Now, as you can see here, the margin maintenance on MSTY or Misty is 70%. And that's why we only have 25 shares of MSTY. So, and that is also why we're trying to sell back any of the shares that we purchased with the margin, so that is no longer a factor. So, moving on to the next one, PLTY or Plady, my favorite. PLTY closed Friday at $62 even. If you scroll down here, you'll see we have 268 shares. You also see there that we have a limit sell order in place for Plady or PLTY, and we're selling that at $70.75. 118 shares is what we're looking to sell back and put that money back into our margin. So we're just waiting on the market to jump up and sell off those. But I think the way things are going, I'm actually going to cancel that limit sell and just keep the 268 shares of PLTY and just leave that as being us growing the Plady position in our portfolio, and look forward to try to get to 300 shares. And I'll explain Plady or PLTY in a different video that I'm thinking about doing on why you should buy PLTY. But as you can see here, our total return is a negative $2,341.60. Again, won't be a problem if we were to sell the 118 shares of Plady at $70.75. So that would then go away and we would be even, but we would also walk away with the dividend that Plady paid out this past week, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. Now, as you see here, the margin maintenance is merely 25%. So that is why, again, we're not getting any margin warnings or margin calls, because we're now, from what we've learned, paying attention to the margin maintenance and making sure that we don't have a high margin maintenance percentage on any of the funds that we are investing in. So that's where we're at for PLTY or Pallady. Next, we have Tesla or TSLY, closing at $9.15 on Friday. We have our current shares is 1,000 shares even. Market value $9,150 even. Our average cost is $9.38, and our total return is a negative $229.88. Not to fear at all. You see there, our margin maintenance is 40%, and that's where we stand on PLTY. Next is Ulti. Another one of our favorites in the portfolio, closed on Friday at $6.12. As you see here, we also have a limited sell. I'll move into that. We wanted to sell 22 shares to bring us back to 1,000 shares flat. We want to sell those at $6.25 and then put that money back into the margin. Again, just waiting on the market to increase or appreciate the NAV for ULTY. And also what you see there is we have, I think I said average cost already is $6.15. So if you put that with the $6.12 closing price, we're just down 3 cents, or our total return currently is a negative $33.12. You do see the margin maintenance there at 45%. So we're definitely doing a little bit of investing our own money and utilizing some of the margin as well to get us to a nice healthy figure when it comes to dividend payouts per week. So that is why we have the limited sale of the 22 shares to sell that back and put that money back toward our margin. Let's see. Last but not least is AIYY. Again, this is another position that we pay for right out of our bank accounts. We don't use any margin whatsoever. Its closing cost was $4.57 on Friday. We currently have 30.932583 shares. For market value is $141.36. Our average cost is $4.65. And so again, we're just waiting for the market to be driven up to get us over our average cost. We have a total return of a negative $2.40. Again, life of dividends is not worried about the NAV. That is not our concern unless there is something catastrophic that happens within the market or the market sentiment that drives the entire market down and puts our out-of-pocket money at risk. But just on the normal day-to-day, NAV is something that we make note of. It's not something of a concern. Our concern with high yield dividends is the income that is generated by the options that YieldMax does to create the income to pay us our dividends. So that's where we're at. As you can see here, margin maintenance on AIYY is 60%. And again, that's why we pay for it directly out of our bank account at a NAV of $4.57. That's too easy. And we do not use our margin on this position here. So that is all of our positions in our portfolio. Now we should go to the most important part of our week, which is dividend payouts, and we will start with mRNA. Let's see here. we had 111 shares, well, 111.9472 shares that paid us 0.1215 cents a share, or 12 cents a share. So our total dividend payout for MRNY on Friday was $13.60. So that's what we have for MRNY. Now we'll go to our next dividend, which is ULTY, ULTY, in which we had 1,022 shares at a dividend payout of 0.0979 cents a share. We received a dividend of $100.05. So, and keep in mind, ULTY pays every single week. So we'll recap ULTY in our end of the month video, but going back to our biggest dividend for the week, our biggest dividend in our portfolio being PLTY, or PLTY. We have 268 shares by which PLTY declared a dividend this past week of $7.04. So you take that $7.04 and you multiply it by 268 shares, and you have an incredible dividend payment of $1,887.85. So that put us over the $2,000 mark for dividend payments or payouts for this week. PLTY is just an incredible, it's just an incredible fund that generates a lot of income. And I mean, look here, you see that dividend is just awesome, and I can't wait to see next month and watch how it performs with the data and information that Retire on Dividends provides us on a daily basis. And Plady is awesome, and it is off the hook. So we hope to continue to see further great success with ULTY. I'm sorry, not with ULTY, but with Plady, PLTY. So that's what we have as far as our dividend payouts. And let's see here. I guess we want to, let's go back to the buying power. Or is the buying, no, not the buying power. Let's go to our All right. So this is what our account, our total investment is. Our investing, the total market value of this portfolio is $41,850.71. Again, my equity piece of this portfolio is $17,566.74. And the margin that we've used, and hopefully those positions that we have limited sales will increase this coming week, and we'll be able to put that money back toward our margin. But we've currently used $24,283.96 of margin. I think it's of the $31,900 of margin that we have to use. But that's it for what our dividend.
Oops, wait a minute. We forgot to total everything up. So let's check this out. Our total month-to-date numbers for Life of Dividends, May 2025, we have beat our $4,000 goal by 122.9%. We are currently sitting at total dividend payouts for the month of May being $4,916.75. Now, as we move into the total year-to-date dividends, you will see here for 2025, our dividend payouts equal $11,344.86. Outstanding for a new beginner, I guess. Yeah. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, so that's it. We're going to wrap up Life of Dividends, dividend portfolio review, and dividend payouts for the week ending May 2025. We look forward to the coming market open on Tuesday. It is closed on Monday for Memorial Day, the holiday, as I'm sure you all know. And we hope that the market is amped up to include crypto. And yeah, we got to definitely check out Coney and see what Coney states for their dividend payout for next week as well. I know that Retire on Dividends did an estimate of, I believe he stated 77 cents. I'm going to say and be prayerful and hopeful for $1.05 or more. That's right. You heard it here from Life of Dividends. $1.05 or more. Let's go. Y'all be blessed. Have a good one.